Village to the start area. They will meet down.
The legendary finish line, which is just right here.
I wonder if they're not open yet, at least.
That is awesome. Pretty cool. One day, I promise, I will get there.
Walking with his mom, David White.
Finish. 2013 Boston Marathon.
James Howe.
Bring up as many ambulances as the stock after the swamp. Secondary device is hit. I need officers for secondary device. Units, stay off the air. Units, stay off the air. Just make your way over there. All units, stay off the air and make your way over there. I only want to hear from the 984. I only want to hear from that supervisor. Okay, Delta 984, here's what I need. I want Ring Road cleared so I can get ambulances out, okay?
Whoa! Something just blew up at the... Run! Go!
Actually, we'll have our kid with us. Charlie 1 for the 901. Out here with the attack guys now, Captain. We have our kid with us. We're going to stay on scene. Any chance you can get a couple down to the Tufts Medical Center? Do that, roger that. One more time, I really need to respond to the hospital.
I want Lieutenant Long's unit. Superintendent Buckley needs to make sure that we have Lieutenant Long's unit responding.
What is up, my sexy ninjas? This is Sean Caspian coming at you. Today we are going to talk a little bit more on the Boston subject. A lot of folks online think they have a good idea about who did it. So this is like the Reddit community and 4chan, Anonymous, that group. You know, these people might have some ideas about who's responsible for this. The bomb likely exploded out of a backpack, and, it's a certain type of backpack, and, well, we're looking through the photos and who's wearing that and all that sort of thing.
As many places on the interwebs have taken to looking through tons of pictures from the event. It was one of the most photographed and videoed events of that day. So a lot of different angles and a lot of different suspects, because what we learned was that the bomb was very likely in a black backpack. So people started going through the pictures, seeing like anyone in the general area that had a black backpack on. This resulted in many people going, is it this guy? Is it this guy? I know that guy.
CNN, Fox, and numerous other sources reported that a suspect was in custody, which of course turned out to be completely false.
The large media groups saying, we got people, we got the suspect, no, we don't, going back and forth, and then the internet's saying, no, we definitely know, it's like one of these guys over here.
There's been plenty of videos on the big Boston bamboozle, the fake blood, and obviously Jeff Bauman being pushed, in a wheelchair down to an ambulance that's, 20, 30 yards away from where he actually laid there for about 5 minutes and should have bled out. Plenty of proof in that, plenty of proof that there wasn't shrapnel in this thing. There was nobody with shrapnel wounds and whatnot.
Profile of the suspect seemed to be anyone with a backpack that could look like the blown-up backpack that was allegedly used in the crime.
But the thing is, what would be worse, though, is if some dude wearing a backpack ends up going to jail, or, one of the family members or friends or somebody gets angry and hurts him, and it's just a dude with a backpack. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the effort and energy that's being put into, you know, nabbing this guy, because it needs to happen. This guy needs to be brought to justice. Absolutely. You know, it's...
A full-scale digital manhunt is underway. Record-setting web traffic jammed FBI.gov after they released photos and surveillance video of 2 suspects in the Boston Marathon bombings.
The FBI believes, but does not have photographic evidence, that the first explosion is linked to suspect number 1. But for suspect number 2, with the white hat, a different story.
Suspect 2 set down a backpack at the site of the second explosion, just in front of the Forum restaurant. Strongly encourage those who were at the Forum restaurant who have not contacted us yet to do so. As you can see from one of the images, suspects 1 and 2 appear to be walking together through the marathon crowd on Boylston Street in the direction of the finish line. Today, we are enlisting the public's help to identify the 2 suspects.
The family of a Brown University student and the FBI would like your help in finding this young man. He has been missing since this past weekend.
Hi, Sunil. It's Aunt Nina.
Dearest Sunil.
Can't wait to see you back.
I want you back.
And let's keep.
Hey, Sunny. My second-year classes are over. Can't wait to tell you all about it.
I bought you the football jersey like I always do. We've been having a slumber party in Providence for the past 2 weeks waiting for you, and everyone's been here.
That the Watertown ambulance has transported the injured police officer, and they may have suspects who may be injured. There may be explosive devices on scene. We're being ordered back.
We do know at this point is it's a very active crime scene. You can see that there's crime scene tape up to comb the area. We do not know if there are any suspects in custody, how many times this officer was shot, but what we do know again is that this is an officer that worked here at MIT, was taken to MGH, and we understand has life-threatening injuries.
A massive shootout in a suburb of Boston. There is a police officer killed, and 3 days ago there was a terrorist attack.
Moment from the
10-mile radius.
Subject. Flashbang hit forward of the subject. CP received. Obstruction, stand by, sir.
On the phone, I want you to cover those open doors. The phone in the garage.
Yes, sir, I got that. Myself and Larry have that responsibility. We also have a K9 on if we need it.
Possible launching an NFDD device. NFDD device about to be launched. Stand by. Return fire. It's more than likely going to be the flashbang.
Apparently we're not the ones harboring a fugitive.
FBI shooting one off, all units, don't return fire.
No movement from the subject.
Yeah, this is our garage right now. What the hell?
The last suspect being searched for police, according to the Boston Police Department, that suspect is now in custody. Our Elizabeth Cohn, who is on the scene in Watertown, where the suspect had been surrounded for the last at least hour or so, seeing...
What happened was after they lifted the ban, my neighbor, Dave Henneberry, is the one that lives there, he went out to the yard to get some fresh air, and he has his 24-foot boat on a trailer with a winter cover, a shrink wrap cover on it, and he just looked. He noticed something was off, so he got a ladder and put it up against the side, and he has a zip cover. He lifted up the zip cover, and as he went up to the ladder, he noticed blood, and then he thought he saw what looked like a body laying in the boat. So he got out of the boat fast and called the police, and that's when everyone descended, whatever you want to say.
An unusual day is going to start to look very, very usual.
Jahar Tsarnaev is pleading not guilty. It's the first time we have seen Tsarnaev come face-to-face with any of the victims and their families. And it's the first time they have seen the accused Boston bomber with their own eyes.
We are here to announce that the 2 brothers are not the people who bombed the Boston Marathon, and that is a cover-up because the person who did this event is an American.
Now, the voice of the teenager suspected of the Boston Marathon bombing can be heard on this program for the first time since he was arrested by police.
Please don't say anything, she sobs, repeating her son's words.
and an Indian accused in the Boston bombing has been cleared of all allegations linking him to the blast. Sadly, though, he is not alive to see this day.
The Boston Police Department reported that the body found in a river in Providence a few days back has been positively identified as that of Sunil Tripathi. Sunil was of Indian origin and was a student of Brown University. He had been missing since March and had been mistakenly linked to the Boston bombings of last week.
It was incredibly painful for our family. This was coming at a time after 34 days of pain in our family and worry. And we, knew unconvincingly that this was not Sunil, especially when we saw all the video footage and surveillance that was being released. We were absolutely sure, and it was just very difficult to have the events of that night unfold so aggressively with language that was not based on any actual evidence at all.
It was an incredibly hard night. Between 3 and 6 a.m., we as a family received literally hundreds of phone calls, and it was very, as well as watching our Facebook page that we've been helping coordinate our search, just get plastered with these baseless allegations.